AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. This offensive unit today, they're going to need Dez.
A full combo plate. Size, speed, toughness, not to mention incredible aggressiveness going and getting the football.
Near the 35, right at the 34 here. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brandon Williams. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now the former Stanford Cardinal, Stephon Taylor. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Let's look at this offense now, and let's talk about John Brown.
An exciting young talent from Pittsburgh State, home of the Gorillas. Hard to cover, great moves in short areas.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So on 4th down, Palmer off, Catanzaro on for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Go ahead. We can both exhale with him, right? Chandler Catanzaro, because that was a tough miss against New England. That make there has to help him feel a little bit better.
Yeah, that one against New England, 47-yarder. Snap was a little errant, but he got it down. And afterwards, give Catanzaro, just 25 years old, a lot of credit. He owned it. He said, hey, forget about all that. I just missed it.
And he understands what goes into the mechanics of making a kick. Those guys are going to do their jobs right 9.9 times out of 10. If it goes wrong once, you just own it and move on. I like his maturity.
play fake here on first down. And this one caught by Dez Bryant.
Brandon, if I told you that Dak Prescott would put the ball in the air 45 times in a game, how many catches conservatively would you say Dez Bryant would have?
More than one. Probably about 7 or 8, maybe.
That may be the biggest shocker to me when I look at the stats of that game of Dallas against the Giants. 45 times Dak Prescott threw it, just one catch for Dez Bryant. That cannot continue for the Dallas Cowboys.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
This will be caught inside the 10. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. And the D looking like they may blitz. They're going to look to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Ohio! 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 Flex round!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Look, pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Marcus Golden coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Give him 14 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Cowboys will turn it over now to Dan Bailey for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. Jamarcus Lawrence in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On second down, Palmer. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Regular, Sally 19.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll indeed go for it. Palmer surveying the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go. Ryan 38. Ryan 38. Ohio. Let's go. Flex round.
From the 2-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. Now Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting them a few yards.
Come on, let's go.
3rd and goal now. Maybe the offensive coordinator, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in, and the Cowboys are in for 6. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Regular.
Another pistol look here. Now Palmer, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Charles, across the board this past Sunday, just looking league-wide, passing really reigned supreme. You had 8 receivers over 100 yards. Only 1 tailback, though, hit the century mark. And that's caught inside the 30. 2 veterans there, Palmer to Fitzgerald, 43 yards.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ohio.
And he motions the wide receiver. Here's Prescott. escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 70 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On third down, Palmer. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And he's got Gresham. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on fourth and long. Now it's Palmer. It's caught left side by John Brown. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's good enough for an Arizona first. Palmer now. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
15 yards through the air and a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. From the red zone now, here's Palmer on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. This will be caught just inside the 10. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. And now they're in the hurry-up. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He hits Beasley right side. 13 yards there on the pickup. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. Flex round.
They go play action here on first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
Now Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The man in motion is Brown. Final play of the half. It's Palmer. He's going to let it go again. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Palmer. And Gresham has it left side. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Palmer to throw. And this is Michael Floyd complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A first down carry here for Johnson. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, 29 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And he knocks it through. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Prescott. Deep drop. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it'll be a third and about 13.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man complete. Give him 30 yards there. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike. The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Come on, let's round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
Another pistol look here.
Flex round.
In motion here is Witten. Time running out here on the play clock. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So the D-line's going to spread out. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. In motion right is Bryant.
Ohio.
The play clock's running down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. On the left side, he finds Beasley. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Come on, let's go. Let's round. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. Give him 16 yards on the play. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Prescott. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Ohio. Come on.
They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go. Blue 58. Blue 58. Sally 19.
On second down, here's Palmer. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd. And that's going to make it fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here we go with Johnson. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down.
Here we go. Wide, 18. Regular. Zebra.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards, and now 1st and 15.
Here we go. Wide. Sally 19. Sally 19. Sally 19. Sally.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun, it's Palmer. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Now Palmer. It's caught left side by John Brown. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Here we go. It's Palmer on fourth down. And able to find John Brown. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. First down and goal to go from the 7. He'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And they're going to speed things up here. 2nd and goal now from the 8. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chris Johnson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from taking the lead. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Flush to his right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll be a Dallas first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Ohio,
Prescott. Flushed out right. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down.
Flex round. Here we go. Ohio.
Play clock winding down. Now Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Flex round. Flex. Ohio.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now.
Touchdown, Cardinals! David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They'll look to throw. It got his man complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. James Hanna, 76 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Love the excitement we've got going here. They just scored the touchdown. They're down by 1. How much fun is it now to figure out the possibilities? Kick the extra point and tie it. Go for 2 if they're really feeling in a gambling mood. What do you do in this situation?
I think you kick the PAT.
Yeah, I do too. Kick it, get my defense ready, and try and stop them one more time.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Sally 19! Sally 19! Let's go!
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to stop.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
Taylor, and able to push his. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come up in an offset eye. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson, and he'll be. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. To throw. He's got time in the pocket. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, certainly a tough loss here, but they've got to move on. I mean, you have another opponent next week. You dwell on this one, it hurts you the following week.
That's where the 24-hour rule comes into play, win or lose for all teams. Either enjoy the win for 24 or reflect on the loss for 24, then put it aside and move forward.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Every wide receiver in the NFL wants to be a top target, and two players will be trying to be that today. It's Edelman's Patriots going up against Browns Steelers. So let's get you up to the Steel City. Standing by in Pittsburgh, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Tonight, we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Arthur Moats. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and LeGarrette Blount, the featured back.
The big knock on him coming out of college was his lack of speed, but it's definitely not his lack of power. He runs right through opposing tacklers and sets things up big for his offense.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Garoppolo now. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Ryan Shazier in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now Brown. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. This offense has some speed, and certainly Martavis Bryant, he has some speed.
He has that, and he has size. That's what makes him so difficult to cover, because just when you think you have to play him one way, the other attribute kicks in. Martavis Bryant could be an all-star real soon.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
These two.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
It seems like whenever people talk about Chris Long, the number 1 thing they discuss is his motor and how relentless he is. Let's not forget, he's also
The ball comes out. Out left here. It's complete to Wheaton. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Marcus Wheaton from 17 yards out. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and make the offensive move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Edelman, the motion man right. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go now. Boom. Detroit.
Edelman comes in motion right. Garoppolo. And this one complete to Martellus Bennett. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it. And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one. No Rob Gronkowski? Jimmy Garoppolo said no problem. I'll just spread the ball around to a bunch of other receivers like Chris Hogan, Malcolm Mitchell, Danny Amendola, and the clear number 1 outside of Gronk, Julian Edelman.
Yeah, he was hitting everybody in that week 1 game. Even hit himself off a deflection. Got in the stat sheet for a catch.
Now, is that truly spreading the ball around?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Actually, he didn't really spread it around. He just threw it to himself, but it worked. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son,
and he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Rob Gronkowski taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Steelers are going to have a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And some room to work. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And they'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Here's Bell. Stiff-armed him. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to punt this one away. Back deep, Danny Amendola for New England. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the pass will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Another pistol look here.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll begin here with Blount. Stays on his feet. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. No gain, and it's second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback and not just a...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. Gronkowski missed that game against Arizona in Week 1 with a hamstring injury. You know they're ready to have him back.
And he's one of the few tight ends in the league that you can truly say is the #1 receiver on his team and affects defenses in a huge way. They have to know where he's going to line up because they have to know what kind of damage he can do from that position. Because we know he lines up as a slot, lines up with his hand on the ground in line, out wide, split by himself, and runs those one-on-one routes and wins. He is truly a game wrecker when he's on the field.
Here we go now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Here we go now.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll look to throw here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell, sell, sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball. And that didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
Garoppolo now. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. James Harrison in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Drive coming up. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB.
No, check, Patriot, over. No, check, Patriot.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got Bennett. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Set, green, 39.
They come up in an offset eye. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Lampard, hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And tough starting field position here. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He'll get the football here. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Second down following the run. On second down, Roethlisberger toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Yeah, a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Garoppolo flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They'll run it here with Blount. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
With it is Brown. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He's got time. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And Green with a catch left side. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And quickly they get to the line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And the wideout in motion. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Bryant has it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll make it 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
This will be caught at about the 3. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant from 10 yards out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it'll be first down, New England. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Now let's go. Here we go.
Garoppolo now. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Hayward in there to get him for a loss of 5. Here's Blunt. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Hurry up, here we go. Green. Detroit. Watch Leopard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Not only was it a double move route, it was the dreaded post corner for any defensive back because you think that he's going all the way to the post in a deep route, and then he breaks it off to the corner. That's hard to flip your hips and get there.
Well, he didn't flip him in time. Big play. Fresh set of downs here. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. So the penalty by the offense, and now they face a 1st and 15. Blunt, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Hurry up, here we go now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Garoppolo. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The wideout Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Here we go. 3-19. Leopard.
They slot Gronkowski outright.
Detroit.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Leopard. Over. Detroit.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. and now they're in the hurry-up.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
First and goal here from the 9. Now a carry for Blount. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
One of the notes I had about LeGarrette Blount coming out of college, he's not going to outrun you, but he will run through you. In these situations near the goal line, made to order.
Maybe they'll turn to his big frame again. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, look out! Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39! Gone! 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 Detroit! Philly, here we go! Gone! Gone!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out come the Steelers. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And some room to maneuver. Still shedding tackles. That goes for a gain of 31.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back? Is patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. But this drive, he's come alive, and in a big way. Now he's starting to gallop.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, 29 yards. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could...
Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing that, killing that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that, flicking that wrist. Let me tell you about the young man. Matter of fact, I'ma let Push tell that.